Hello, I welcome you all to today's lesson. We continue with our trigonometry revision. This is our lesson 2. We did lesson 1 divisions yesterday. So today we continue with lesson 2 under trigonometry revision. So in this case, we are given this question. The first question that should come to your mind, which rule are you supposed to use? So which rule are we supposed to use? So in yesterday's lesson, I gave you certain principles that you are supposed to follow, how to know that you are supposed to answer this question according to the cosine rule and according to sine rule. So just by looking at this question, we are given two sides. S means a side and one angle. So these two sides are not putting the angle in the middle. They are not like this. Like you are given here 60 meters, you are given there 50 meters, then an angle given there 45. No. These two sides, have you seen the way they are? The angle is here, we've got a side here and the side, that other side. Meaning that these two sides are not putting the angle in the middle. And each time you are given two sides which are not putting the angle in the middle, you are supposed to use the sine rule. So according to this question, we are going to use the sine rule. So it is the sine rule that we are going to use. So how do we apply the sine rule? This is B facing that direction. Have you seen? This is B facing that. This is where we've got small letter B. We've got A, that is A facing this direction. This is where we've got small letter what? A. This is C facing that. This is where we've got small letter C. I earlier told you that in yesterday's lesson that BC is the same as small letter A, just one and the same. You can say small letter A or you can put BC. So we go straight to our question. What are we told in the question? In the question, we want to find BAC. In other words, we want to calculate angle what? C. Where is angle C? Angle C is there. Can we calculate angle C? No, we can't calculate angle C because we cannot find the angle there and the side is not given there. In other words, when side is not given and there is no angle there which can help us find this one here. So we cannot find the angle here. We cannot also find the side which is there. But what will make us find the angle C is when we find the angle A, because A can be found. It doesn't have an angle, but a side is given. So we can use angle A to help us find this one which is here. So we are going to find the angle A. After we find the angle A, to predict where we are going, we know that angles inside the triangle adds up to 180. So what we are going to do is this. When we find the angle A, which is here, so we are going to use the formula. We say we've established an understanding to say we are going to use the sine rule. So what we are going to do is this. We are going to say A here, this is A, over sine. It is opposite to what? Opposite to that angle there, A. The one we want to find which is equal to. After you do this, then you look for a side having its own angle. Definitely it is B. Angle B is given, even a side there is given. In other words, you will always be given one side that will have both the angle and the side. It's a must. If the angle is not given, then that question you are given two angles which you can calculate the missing angle. So we are going to use B there, small b over capital letter B representing an angle. So this is the formula we are going to use. So what is A? A is 50. So I'm going to say 50 over sine. What is sine A? I don't know. I want to calculate A, which is equal to, what is my B? My B, I just check. What is my B? My B is 40. So I say 40 over sine. What is B? Angle B. Angle B now, which is what? 45. So I'm going to say 45. Here I cross multiply. So we do what? We cross multiply. We cross multiply. So how do we cross multiply? You are going to say 40 sine A. 40 sine A is equal to So 50 sine 45. So you say 50 times sine 45. What answer are you getting? The answer that you are getting is 35.3533906. This is the answer that you are getting. After you see this answer, you divide both sides by what? Both sides by 40. Both sides by what? By 40. This 40 and that 40 will cancel out. You are going to remain with the sine A, which is equal to. So when you divide there, you say divide by 40. You divide by 40. What answer are you getting? You are going to get 0.8883883476. That's an answer that you are going to get. Since you want to find the A, angle A, this will go to the other side of the equation. So when it goes to the other side of the equation, it becomes what? Inverse. So the same as A, we want to find A, which is equal to sine inverse of what? 0.8883883476, like that. So what is our answer? What is our answer in that case? When we substitute, what answer are we getting? So how do you press sine inverse on your calculator? You just say shift sine, the inverse will come. Then you type this. What is your answer? The answer is 62.1443316 degrees. So this is the answer. This is the angle. So you just say angle A there now. You say this is the same as what? 62 degrees when you round off to the nearest whole number. So rounding off to the nearest whole number, we get 62 degrees. So this is the nearest whole number. This number is less than 5, so we cannot put a 1 at 3 to become 1 at 2 to become 3. So it is just 62 degrees. This is what? A. We found A. So you go back to your question. So, and one thing that we need to understand is that you only do sine what when you are finding an angle. But if you noticed, if you are finding distance under the sine rule, there's no need of putting the shifty what. No, it's just straightforward. But when we are finding an angle, that's when there is something like this. I don't know if you've noticed, but there is one person that inboxed me over this that noticed this, which is very important that some people are so observant, we are able to follow through. So this is how you get to answer this question. After you do this, you know that angle A, where is A? You go back to the diagram. Where is A? Where is A? Our A is 62 there. You put 60 what? 62. That's A there, 62. So we found that the answer is what? 62. You put your 62 there. So I can love this. I can love this. So since in the question I was told to find what? I was told to find C, which is here. I was told to find the C, which is there. So finding the C, which is here, I now have these two angles, which is very easy for me to find the angle which is there. I just add these two. I just say 62 plus 45. What answer am I getting? So what answer am I getting when you add 62 plus 45? What answer am I getting? I'm getting 107. So this is the addition of the two. Then you just say the angle which you are told to find, BCA. Angle BCA is equal to, you say 180 minus the addition of those two. Because you know that angles inside the triangle adds up to 180. So 180 minus 107. So what answer are you going to get? What answer are you getting there? You are getting 73. So 73 degrees. So this is your answer. So in other words, BCA, angle BCA is equal to 73 degrees. So you can now put your 73 there. You put your 73 there. We found that it is what? 73. This is what you need to do, and these are some of the important things that you need to get. So make sure you understand, especially this part that I've just done. You understand this. This is an important part that you need to do this. So let's make sure that we get this. Let's make sure that we understand this. And in today, I will give you a question, a practice question. I see if people are following what I'm doing. So I'm going to give you a practice question that you are going to try out. So another question that I want us to do here, another question that I want us to do is to find the area of triangle ABC. Find the area of triangle what? Find the area of triangle ABC. So how can we find the area of this triangle? How can we find the area of this triangle? You apply the formula. A is equal to half BH. Sin what? Sin theta. This is what you are going to do. So you notice in this question, we are given two sides. Have you seen just this side and that side? And which angle is in the middle? 73 there. So the B and the H are these two sides. So what you are going to do is that this is equal to half times 40 times 50 sine the angle. Which angle is in the middle? If you check, the angle is 73. So you say 73. You cannot get this angle when you've used these two sides, which means that you are breaking a principle. And once you break one principle under this, then everything is affected. And I want you to see that these things are interrelated. When you fail the first question, obviously we are also using the question, the answer that we found at first, we are also using it. Which means if this one was not correct, even the area of this triangle is affected. So you say this is now equal to, you punch everything on your calculator. I told you the 1/2 here, it is just the same as 0.5. So 0.5 times 40 times 50 sine 73. What answer are you getting? The answer that we are getting, this is the answer, 956.304756, like this. You will normally put our answers to 2 decimal places. So 2 decimal places. So if you are not told, you need to make sure that you put your answers to 2 decimal places we are used. So we say area is now equal to 956.3. Have you seen? Then there is a 0 there. You can include a 0. This is a 0. There is a 4. If it was a 5, would have put a 1 to a 0. But we maintain 0. Then the units are what? Kilometers. In the diagram, we've got kilometers there. We've got kilometers. So kilometers squared. If it was meters, you say meters squared. If it was centimeters, you say centimeters squared. So this is our what? This is our solution. This is what we are supposed to do. So these are things that you need to get. These are things that you need to understand. So let's make sure that we get this part. Let's make sure that we understand this clearly. Have you seen the same way I'm answering? This is the same way you are supposed to answer. So this is a nice question. This is a wonderful question. In fact, the difference is just on the first question where you are told to find the angle, the side. That's when you are going to know that, okay, I'm supposed to use the sine law or the cosine law. But coming down here, you discover that area of a triangle, we use the same formula. Shortest distance, we use the same formula. Solving equations, we are going to use the same formula. So they are just the same. So once you are able to understand the first question, then everything will become correct, or everything will be nice. So now let me do the last one, then I give you an exercise. I see if people have improved. I see if people getting the concept. So let us now look at the last one. We look, definitely we know that it is under the cosine law. This one will fall under the cosine law, where you are given something like this. This is what you are given. So this is h j there, then we've got a z there. You are given 60 meters, 75 meters, then there you are given 85. You are given something like that. The first question, you are told to find hj. Have you seen? The first question, you are told to find hj. So you are told to find hj. How can you find hj? And the good part with this question, the cosine law, you are able to see now that when a question comes like this, you are able to find the edge of a triangle even without solving this one. You just get these two sides and the angle is there. So let us find this one, hj. hj, we find this length. So how can we find this length? This is hj. How can we find this? Straight away, this is h facing this one. This is small h. This is j facing this side. This is where we've got small j. Z facing this side, small z. So meaning hj is the same as small z. Have you seen? And hz is the same as small j. And the zj is same as small h. So which formula are we supposed to use? I gave you all the formulas that you need to use. So let's just make sure that we revise through those formulas that I gave you. Those are important formulas that you need to know. So let's make sure that we understand those formulas very well. We get the concept, when to apply them. So what you are going to do is this. Under this question, we want to find hj. So we want to find this one. So you just say this is z. Have you seen? So z squared is equal to, you add these two sides which are given. So we know that this question is falling under the cosine law, where you are given two sides and an angle. Have you seen the way I've written it systematically like this? Have you seen these two sides are putting the angle where? In the middle. So these two sides, the angle which is given is 85, is in between these two sides. So whenever you see such a question, just know that it is falling under the what? The cosine law. So there are four principles. Cosine law has got 2, sine law has got 2. So just needs to make sure that you know and understand this. So this is the formula here. You add these two. We've got j there squared plus what? Plus h squared. Then you say minus 2. Then you multiply this j and h. After you do this, then you just say cos theta, the angle which is given. So this is the formula that you are going to use. I believe with this now, you can finish this. We are able to answer a question. So what you're going to do is that z squared is equal to, what is your j? J is 75. So it says 75 squared plus, what is your h? 60 squared minus 2 times what? Times, you say times, what is your j? 75 times, what is your h? 60. Then you say cos. Cos what? You say cos. Cos the angle which is 85. This is what you are going to do. So you say z squared is equal to, you punch everything on your calculator. So let's punch this on our calculator. You punch everything on your calculator. So we are calculating this together so that you are also practicing. So let's calculate this together. Get your calculator, get your calculator. We do this thing together. Get your calculator so that you practice. We are making a mistake. You even see that the SARS made a mistake here because you are able to follow through. So we calculate together. So make sure you get your calculator. Don't say, how did you find this answer? We are calculating together here. So let's type 75 squared plus 60 squared. I'm also calculating here. I'm also calculating 60 squared minus 2 times 75 times 60, like that. I continue, then I say cos what? Cos 85, cos 85. What answer have you found? What answer? I can see there is a comma there. This comma confuses a lot of people, so just ignore it. 8440.598,315. I believe this is the answer that you've also found. So the comma which is there, just forget it. It will confuse you, you know. So just forget it. So here you want to find z. So you introduce the square root both sides. You introduce to cancel that square. So this square and the square root to cancel are going to mean with z, which is equal to, find the square root of that one. So this is the square root. You can complete it like that if you want. So what is the square root of that? We do this together. What is the square root of that? The square root of that is, we are getting 91.8727289. This is the answer that we are getting. You can confirm. So have you seen, this is z. So we found z. But now in the question, we were taught to find what? We were taught to find hj. So hj is a side. When you're just given two letters, just know that you are taught to find a side. But when you're given three letters, that's an angle. So two sides, two letters, it means that you are finding length, which is distance. But when you're given three letters, like they say HJZ, just know that that is an angle, the letter in the middle. So you now conclude here. This is a very simple. We now conclude and say, therefore, HJ is equal to 91.87 meters. So this is our answer. So these are some of the things that we need to do. So let's make sure that we follow through. We get the concept. I want you people to get the concept, to understand this. These are steps that we need to know. Once you understand this, even in an exam, you are good to go. Just know that you are getting a distinction. You understand this. So when you understand this, you even know that from 100 marks paper 2, you are sure of the 12 marks that I'm going to get the 12 marks. 12 marks are mine. We also did matrices. Matrices carries 4 marks. Probability carries 4 marks. These are some of the topics that we did. So if you just joined us, don't even be don't feel you are behind. You are going to cover everything. Everything. We are going to cover everything. We are going to cover everything. Just make sure that you follow me properly, even as I take you through this journey that we've started together. So don't worry about anything. We are getting distinctions. As long as you are a serious student with me, distinction is not a problem. But when you miss lessons, I'm encouraging you to put up your tokens. So let's make sure that we are committed. So we've answered this one. Let us now go to area of a triangle. How can you find the area of a triangle? I know there are certain people that are saying this is now very simple. It is now simple, which is very good. So we want to find the area of this triangle. Area of triangle, we can say HJZ. So don't mind about this. This is a triangle. This is another way you can say want to find the area of triangle HJZ. So how can we find the area of that triangle? We just go straight. We say half BH sine theta. Have you seen? This is just a general formula. Don't say this question was falling under the cosine rule. Why can't we put the cos there? No. This is just an independent formula on its own. So you say this is area is equals to half times the two sides. We've got 60 and what? 75. You cannot use the answer that we found here. We follow the principle. The B and the H are these two sides that are putting this angle in the middle. So this is 60. You can start with anything. You still find the answer. Sine what? 85, like this. So what answer are we getting there? What answer are we going to get? What answer are we going to get? 1 over 2, I told you just press 0.5. 0.5 times 60 times 75 sine 85. What answer are you getting? This is the answer that you are getting, which is 2241.43871. You are getting that. So there is a comma which confuses a lot of people. As you can see, I'm not including any comma here. So the same way I'm writing, this is the same way that you are supposed to write. Don't get concept from other people that you don't understand. So this is the way that we get to answer these questions. So you say 2241.4. Here, this is 3. Have you seen this is 8? So we put a 1 there, 4. Say units, meters squared. So this is how you need to answer it. Have you seen? This is the what? This is the area. So this is the area in 2 decimal places. So this is the area of that triangle. This is what you are supposed to do. So these are some of the things that you people need to know, that you need to get. Let's say you are taught to find the shortest distance. Let me put down another question here. Let's say you are taught to find the shortest distance. So you are taught to find the shortest distance. So I'll say you are taught to find the shortest distance. This is a wonderful question. Taught to find the shortest distance from Z to what? From Z to, let me do this. From Z to, I'll do this. Find the shortest distance from H to J, Z. Have you seen? So shortest distance, I gave you everything. So this is the formula that I gave you. No need to struggle. You can't run out of formulas. Short formulas to use are here. So you use this, which is just equal to. So 2 times A is area. This one that you found, 2241.44 over. The base is what? This one. H2, BC, CD, JK. Have you seen? So we are told JZ. So JZ is your base. So 2 dash, to what you are given, that's your base. So JZ, where's JZ? I got you. This is here, 60. So we use the what? The 60 here, 60. So when you find the answer there, that is your what? Your shortest distance. So now you get this, you get your calculator. 2 times 2241.44. What answer are you getting? I'm getting a figure there, which is 4482.88. Then the same answer, divide 60. Don't type everything at once. So after you see the answer, there are people that can make mistakes. Let me just do this. So the answer is 4482.88. This answer you divide by 60. So I'll just do this because I know people can be making mistakes. So you divide by 60. What answer are you getting? What answer are we getting? Here, what answer are we going to get? The answer will be, that is 74.71466. So according to this now, this is now equal to what? This is now equal to what are you getting there? what is your answer? So what are we getting there? So the answer that we are going to get there, have you seen? This is just 74.71 meters. This is 1, this is 4. So this is the answer that you get. So this is the answer that we found. So the same way I've taught you this, let's make sure that we follow. Please, let's make sure that we follow this. An exam won't come very far from what we are doing. An exam will just come from what we are doing. And this is time for you to be studying concepts. You are knowing concepts, not past paper, but you are knowing concepts. Of course, we are going through past papers. These are past papers that we are doing. But you need to make sure that you also go through the notes that I get to give you. You understand the concept. It's all about understanding the concept. You people need to understand the concept. So you need to make sure that you understand the concept clearly. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to end here for now. So we'll end here for now. We are going to end here. This is where we are going to end from. Let me now give you a question that I want you people to try out. So I'll give you a question that you are going to try out from what we've covered. So I'm just remaining with one part, which I'm going to see how I can help you with equations. I believe most of you didn't understand that part clearly. So I'm just remaining with trigonometric equations, then I'm done with trigonometry. Then it's you now to be going through these lessons. So I'll just do one lesson. I'll see what I can do tomorrow or Monday. So Monday is Christmas. We are not having any lesson. So I'll see what I can do. So we end here for now. Let me now give you some practice questions. So let's make sure that we submit before 21 hours. So you practice. Let's make sure that we practice these questions. So 21 hours you are done. I'll give you 10 minutes to capture. So let me just put it at 21:10. 21:10, everything should be submitted in my inbox. This is my instruction. 21:10, everything should be submitted in my inbox. I'm not taking anything above that. So when you're out of time, this is a discipline to you. We need to keep time. Most people complain about time in an exam, and I believe you can confirm with me, time is not with anyone in an exam. So I don't want the same thing to repeat. So we end here for now. Let me give you a question that you are going to try out. Thank you so much.